Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of you, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. If I may, Bumba fucking rise cloud. Every single goddamn fucking time I open this phone, an announcement comes on. No fail. Man, fuck this. This is my fourth fucking time opening this thing up and then an announcement comes on. I sit still, wait for there to be no announcements, open the phone up, a fucking announcement comes on. Anyway, this time I'm not going to close the phone for this shit and hit the pause button. Fuck that. Otherwise, it'll never stop. I opened this up to record something for you all about something that a lady said on Passport OG's last upload. Shouts out to Passport OG on the second to last upload. He stated that, well, he played Sheikh Asim Al-Hakim, Saudi Sheikh based out of Jeddah, who's fluent in English, very well studied, also ignorant when it comes to race. And I don't like to slander, well, it's not slander, this shit is actually real. I don't like to slander a scholar. But when it comes to race, he about dumb as a box of rocks. He thinks just like a white dude. And he should know better because I think his mom's Filipino, his dad's Saudi, so he should know about racism. But he acts like he doesn't. You know, all lives matter. Man, how about you fuck the shuck up? Dreadlocks are haram. Man, go fuck yourself in a barrel of pickles. Now, I was wrong when I said that the first time that I only said that once in response to something he said. I was wrong for saying it that way, but I wasn't wrong for telling him to get the F out of our face. I'd do it again. I did it once on YouTube, actually, and I will do it again the next time he says some racially ignorant bullshit. And that's the problem. When a scholar's not black and they're Saudi, I mean, goddamn, you should see. It's just, anyway, make a long story short, he was right when it comes to gender. But, you know, just like a right-wing white dude in the States, right when it comes to gender, wrong about race. You know, you niggers get over what we did to you, but then when it comes down to what they bitch did to them, oh my God, they're out of line. They're against God. You know what, motherfucker, you deserve that. You deserve even worse than what they're doing to you. She takes your money, fucks a black man. Don't, you know what? She was wrong for that because she did the right thing for the wrong reason. In the wrong way. Like she broke your heart. Well, I mean, that was the right thing to do. You deserve it. Slave owner sympathizing ass. You sympathize with terrorists. You just didn't care because they terrorized Indians or what you call Indians and Negroes. But she went about it the wrong way. She had to be an adulteress. It's not that you deserved any better. And the bull, if he smashed that and he knew she was married, he's doubly wrong. One sin is fornication. That's a human weakness. The other one is adultery. You got to be worse to do something like that. Participating in that. That's when my blame and that's about the extent to which my blame goes. I don't look at her like, how could you do this to him? I know why the hell she did it to him. Question is, how could you do it at all? But you know, one of the reasons why a lot of these zaddies have fantasies about being cucked by one of us is because they know damn well that they deserve the heartbreak that comes with it, that kind of disrespect. Even the funny thing is that a lot of them who are individually not that disrespectful and don't deserve it still know that their society does. That's the problem. The other thing, too, was this. The last video that Passport OG uploaded showed that Palestinian wife of a black Muslim brother that went viral a long time ago when she said, if you're a real woman, go find another wife for your husband. Okay. Well, in the one that he uploaded, she said that it's important that you don't go disrespecting the husband or father of your kids in front of the kids. It teaches them pretty much that if he doesn't go upside your head, that teaches them that it's okay to do that. And it becomes casual. Well, we're already dealing with that. That's the problem. We're looking at a situation now in which they just habitually and casually go about disrespecting us bros. A friend of mine told me yesterday, that a mutual friend of ours was facing this. Both of the Muslims. Told me that a friend that we share, you could say, not that we like share a person, but a friend that we both, friend of both of us, is facing this. Assalamu alaikum. He's facing this. His wife went ahead, filed. And I knew, I even said to both of them at some point, bruh, so-and-so is going to file for divorce. If you don't ask for it first, she going to do it. You might as well go ahead and get you another wife now. He ain't do it. He didn't refrain from that out of loyalty to her, but out of loyalty to the family. And I said to him, look, man, you're going to have to bounce, bro. You're going to have to get out the States at some point because they're trained to do this. She went through his phone while he was sleeping, trying to find something. Or she didn't go through the phone, but she did try to. But he was awake. She realized he was awake, tried to act like she reaching for the remote. Okay, well, I'm back now, so you can go. Because he was watching the kids. The point I'm making is that she decided to do this because she was going to look for something. So the only motive she had is to go and sit and be a victim with her friends. Yeah, girl, my man did this to me too. That's all it was. Every other motive was off the table. It wasn't available. You get it? You're dealing with this casual disrespect. You know, I don't have to listen. Okay, but you have to pay. Wait, hold up. What? Now, my daughter's a good daughter, but there was one time when she was younger too, but there was one time she said something about what I couldn't do. And I said, okay, how about I not pay child support? You can't just not pay child support. Legally, she was right. But I still told her, listen. If legally I have to pay it, then legally I got the right to swat your little butt if you get out of line. So don't ever tell me I can't discipline you when you need it, but I got to pay child support. Don't ever suggest to me or any other man in your life the idea that they have a responsibility and accountability without an authority that goes with it. So if I can't swat your little butt when you're wrong, then I can think of something else that's equally painful. And to her credit, she took the correction, even though she was young, and she didn't go down that path again. She's generally generally was a good kid. She's not a kid now, but just to give her credit, where it's due. I didn't have to repeat that same correction to her. But understand that when somebody is good and means well and is generally well behaved, they can make this mistake of thinking that that's okay. For the nuck, it's not. Now, I got to tell you this. There was a scene in last upload from Passport OG in which a lady said to her biological father that he didn't fight hard enough for her when she was a kid. And then before he could give an answer or reply to her, she said, no excuses. You know what that means, gentlemen? See, now in an age in which we know that we actually have more excuses than they were ever willing to admit even existed, more often than they were ever willing to admit was the case. Now that we know this, guess the waqfat. We have excuses, and they're valid. Not every one of us, of course, but nobody would say that. More of us than what we previously thought did. It is enough of us to the point where, as Dr. Tiger Hassan Johnson said, we need to go and start asking for dad's side of the story if you were estranged from your dad. It's enough to justify at least asking that question. What's your side of the story, Pop? Okay, all right. Now that's fair. I'm going to tell you this about all of that, We have to start looking at these westerneshas and saying the same thing. No excuses. None. When they start asking ignorant questions like, well, why don't you listen to me? No excuses. I don't have to listen to you unless you're paying. Or, really, when they did something and you call them and you check them on and they start to explain, it's okay to let them say what it is just in case it might be a valid excuse. That's just being fair. But when that weak, unvalid excuse comes out, no excuses. I listened closely, and I'm telling you now, no excuses. That one is not actually an excuse anyway. That's some sure bit. You about that chuck fit. You know, I teach, as you know. Right now, my worst writers in the class are a pair of twins who speak very well, but they write like crap. They write worse than the worst speaker in my class. And they always have excuses. Always. They had to move closer to the campus because they were always late with no exceptions. They never made it to a morning class on time. Never did. They walked in late. Inshallah, doctor, you will be merciful. No, the hell I won't. Nigga, the first day I was merciful. Second day, you gonna get this L. Late. Third day, you got this L. Doctor, do you keep marking us late? Yep, you hold the L every time you come in. And if you come in more than 10 minutes late, you absent because that's the system. Doctor, we live very far. I don't care. That ain't my problem. No excuses. So they moved closer to campus. When it came time to write, and they were not allowed to use any outside sites to help them with the writing like Grammarly or Quillbot. In other words, when I put writing assignments on lockdown browser where they could not access any other website until they finished the test, guess what the fuck happened? Their writing was the worst I'd ever seen. They came with an excuse. Well, doctor, we didn't have our glasses because the ophthalmologist needed the glasses to fix the lens. And I said to them, you waited until that damn day, you knew that was the test day, and you waited until then to give the doctor what you needed to see? No, dummy. Next time, we were in a moving car. Oh no, fuck the shuck up, bruh. You're just making excuses now. Last Thursday, they had a presenter presentation. The delivery was actually pretty good. You know what, though? They used AI to generate the presentation, and that's not okay. And they were charging their laptop in the back of the class where I forbade them from sitting, but their excuse was we're charging a laptop. I said to them, why did you come with it uncharged in the first place? We left our laptops in the car, and our sister took them. You don't live with your sister. What the fuck is going on? You ghetto-ass niggas. So my answer to them has to be no excuses. I told them, bring your father to class. Because, see, the quiz they were going to take, which I let them take at home in a 24-hour window over this break, this last week, 24-hour window they had to take it. They never did. I told them, bring your father when you come back to class. When we go back, when classes start again, bring your dad. And don't bring me any excuses. I'm saying this because what I learned a long time ago is that if you're willing to accept excuses, that's all you will get. And that's what it's like with us. We're taking their excuses. I'm traumatized, but they don't take it from us. They take excuses that might be legitimate, but they still will not take them from us, even if they're legitimate. And that is where the mistake comes in. No excuses anymore. You're going to do exactly what the fuck I told you, when I told you, or you were on your mother cuss word on. Don't tell him, go find some simp that'll let you spend his money and not tell you what to do. Don't tell him that. Because they never say to you, look, go find a woman that's going to be a good piece of tail and leave you some peace of mind. They don't tell you that because they've all agreed that you cannot have both. They are all in agreement about this. The white Westernisha and the black Westernisha and the Asian Westernisha and the Latina Westernisha are all in agreement about that. You are not going to get a piece of tail and still have peace of mind. They will not let you have both. Melanie King said that one day. I don't bring peace. She said this to a white dude. Okay, you know what? Then I'm going to use you. Even if I marry you, I'm using you for sex, and then you're done when it gets boring. On to the next, because you refuse to leave peace of mind, even when you have the option. You simply said it because I busted a nut in between your thighs. You can't give peace of mind. You can't leave it alone. You have to come and destroy it. You look for ways to destroy it. No excuses. From now on, it is them drawers and peace of mind. That's really that's one thing you can say right there. Right there, that right there, you say something like that. From now on, it is them drawers and peace of mind. You say that to them and watch how they balk. And if they balk, if they even ask, what the hell do you mean? We're done. No excuses. I didn't understand no excuses because it was too easy to not understand. After them drawers, don't go trying to ruin peace of mind. In other words, if there is a problem from the outside, we can tackle it together, but don't create one. Don't look for one. Don't do that. Now, that's an interruption I'm willing to tolerate. That means we get the board. So, thank you all for listening. As always, Black Heart, Black Mind, Black Out. Assalamu alaikum, black heterosexual, non-select male power just because they don't like it. Black patriarchy until extinction of Judgment Day. Thank you for flying again with us on Jet Black Airways, where Jet Black is also a verb. Keep Jet Black with us to the wings and the mother cuss word wheels fall off. Gender, justice, forever. Oh, and if you do hit the Cash App button on your way out the Jet Black aircraft, don't punch any numbers that'll cause you grief or injury later on. Thank you so much.